My name is Michael Gorman. I'm running as an independent in North Kerry in the local elections. I want to use social media as a way to get my message out on local issues and national issues. What I would like to talk about now is the selling of Quilta. Last year we set up a group, an apolitical group called Kerry Save Our Woods. There was other groups all over Ireland. Due to pressure from these groups all over Ireland, the government backed down from the sale of Quilta. Today, a story broke in the Irish Examiner of the Troika are putting pressure on the government to sell Quilta forests again. Last year, the government wanted to sell Quilta forests for 500 million. 250 million of that would have to be given straight away to Troika. 250 million of that would be allowed to be kept for the Irish government. That 250 million is enough money to pay the interest on what we owe for 3 weeks. They want to sell Quilta forests for 80 years for 250 million, enough money to pay the interest for 3 weeks. We have another fight on our hands on the way. The next clip will be a clip of me doing a small talk in the forest last year. I hope you enjoy it.
Thank you today. Well done to the kids for being patient with us. Afterwards there's the top caller. There's going to be a bit of a fairy, little fairy stories if you want to bring the kids up there afterwards, something for the kids. I would like to thank all the group that have been working for the last 4 weeks. We met here, 30 of us, about 4 weeks ago, and we met here and we met every week after that to try to organise today, try to bring awareness to the selling of the forest. My name is Michael Gorman. I'm from Listowel, and I'm also with a group inside Tralee. It's called Tralee Says No to Bank Debt. Everything in this country now that's gone wrong at the moment, it all goes back to one thing. It goes back to the bank debt that's not belong to us. We march every Sunday inside Tralee at 11 o'clock to the county buildings. It's just a short walk up, walk back down, and we have a talk afterwards, and it's about bringing awareness to the problems we have. If we don't march, our silence is our consent to this bank debt. So we march, so we don't give them consent. The government, the Troika, they said like the only way we have at the moment is to pay up this money. That's not the only way. That's lies. Actually what we're doing at the moment has never been done in another country in the world. The government have put 64 billion on a population of 4 million. You know, we can't pay it like. The Troika this week, the Troika is made up of the IMF, the European Commission and the ECB. This week you've heard in the news, the Troika, the IMF fighting with the ECB and the European Commission over messing up Greece. They haven't mentioned Ireland yet, but we're all living here. We all feel the pain every day, you know. So these are the people that are telling us to sell our forests. In the government, in their 5-point plan, in their election, one of them was job creation was for the forests. They wanted to get more jobs in the forestry. Now they're telling us they need to sell it. In the forestries, we have 12,000 jobs. We have 2,500 jobs in the sawmills. In Ireland, we have 8% of our landmass is in forestry. It's actually underdeveloped. We should have about 15% of our forests, you know. So besides even selling them, we should be actually having more forests for the people. It actually costs us more. It's actually going to cost us, there's been a report done, it's actually going to cost more in the long run. We're going to lose out in jobs, tourism, they're going to have to pay pensions, and then they're going to have to replant everything for the next 80 years. So this is what the government is planning to do at the moment. They want to sell the rights of these forests for 80 years. Like I have 2 kids there, one is 6, one is 4. They'll be 86 and 84. It's madness. It's madness. What are they selling it for? They're selling it for 500 million. 500 million is what they're selling it for 80 years. That 500 million, if we sell it, we have to give 250 million of that straight away to the Troika. We have 250 million to keep for ourselves. It's enough money to pay the interest of the 64 billion for 3 weeks. For 3 weeks. They want to sell the forest rights for 80 years for to pay the interest for 3 weeks. It's total madness. What was I going to say? But that's not the reason I'm here today. It's not about money. I don't think that's the reason any of you are here today. We're here to fight for the forestries, because this is where we go for our walks and whatever. As they said earlier on, some of the talkers, it's good for our minds, there's medicine here and everything, you know. I don't want to look into the eyes of my grandchildren and tell them we left them sell the forest for a few pieces of silver. I don't think any of you want to be in that position either. One of the most important things in life is nature. Show me a person that is close to nature, I'll show you a person that's in contact with themselves, with other people and with God. Luke Kelly wrote a poem 30 years ago. I'll just give you one verse of the poem. For what died the sons of Roisin? Was it greed? For what died the sons of Roisin? Was it greed? Was it grief that drove Wolfe Tone to a martyr's death in the cell of cold whetstone? Will German, French or Dutch inscribe the epitaph of Emmet? When we have sold enough of Ireland to be but strangers in it? For what died the sons of Roisin? That was written 30 years ago by Luke Kelly. Now we have men in the Dáil, soulless men, that want us to sell the forest for 80 years, to pay for the gambling debts of bankers. It would leave a scar on the land, it would leave a bigger scar on the Irish people, the souls of the Irish people. The mighty oak tree grew from a little acorn. Let us be that little acorn. Let's stand together and tell the government we're not selling the forest for nothing, for no money, never. These forests are a national treasure, and they're there to be passed on down for generations and generations to come. Wolfe Tone, Emmet, Connell, Larkin, all these great men that stood before us, they stood for one thing, they stood for what was right. They surely would turn in their graves now if they could see what's been done to Ireland. We're living now in a part of history that will be remembered for generations and generations to come. We'll all remember one or two things. We'll remember for the great bank robbery of Ireland, or we remembered as the people stood up and took back what was theirs. This is the time is now, the choice is yours. Do you want to be a part of history of the great bank robbery, or do you want to be the part of history when the people stood back up and took what was theirs? Today is our second time coming to this woods. We're going to have another walk in another woods in a month's time. In that month, if you can talk to your friends, get together, get educated about what's going on, get together, and in a month's time we'll meet and we'll have a bigger group and we'll send out a bigger message to the government and anyone else. We're not selling the forest. Thank you.